Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement. It is Sunday morning, a very chilly day here in Trenton, Ontario. Um, so Friday, I had to go to Oshawa, Ontario, which is about an hour drive from me, pick up my nephews, Alex and Jack, who came over to visit us for the weekend. And there are three record stores that I pass on the way, so I'm not going to pass without going in. And I decided to trim my vinyl collection a little bit. I took 20 albums out that I wasn't listening to, didn't care about. Um, so I decided, let's get rid of them. They're never going to get any love in my house. And so I took them into the first place I went, Zap Records, Cobourg, Ontario. My favorite record store and the greatest independent record store in Canada, Zap Records. So I walked in there and said hello to Tim, the owner, and handed him 20 records to look for store credit. Tim took about half of the records, and the other ones he wasn't interested in. Not that they were that he just had already had them in his store and just things like that. So he gave me a $60 credit, and so I bought a couple things. First of all, I am trying to get as much of the Zappa collection as I can. Frank, with the newest release of Waka Jawaka, which is titled 124, there's 124 different albums, titles that you could get to fill your collection. I have about somewhere between 60 and 65, I didn't count. So I got a chance to pick up a couple on CD that I didn't have. One was You Are What You Is. Now, this is the Ryko disc version, if anybody's into that. And Broadway the Hard Way. This is also Ryko disc. So, yeah, cool. So I got to add those. And then I do have the Waka Jawaka box set, the CD set. I got it for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. It's phenomenal. It sounds so good. But I wanted to get these albums on vinyl. Now, the whole box set doesn't come on vinyl, just the original albums remastered and from all analog recordings by Bernie Grundman. And I think these things are going to go out of print fast. Tim only had one of each still in stock. I've noticed other suppliers saying they didn't have any more and they were selling out fast, and they sound fantastic. So if you're on the fence on these, grab them. The Grand Wazoo, what a great cover. There's the little blurb there. And here's Waka Jawaka. Two of my favorite Zappa albums, and they sound incredible. I haven't had a chance to listen to Waka Jawaka yet, but I did play Grand Wazoo, and I was just blown away by the sound quality. Amazing. So glad I got those. So I used those for my store credit, and then picked up anything else plus that, and my T-shirt. So I think I spent an extra $50 or $60 on top of the credit. Anyway, left Zap Records, drove to Oshawa, went to a store called Cops Records. Great store on Simcoe Street in Oshawa, if anybody's interested. I took the rest of the records in there that Tim wouldn't take, see if they were interested. They gave me $70 credit for the rest of the albums. So I ended up with $130 credit. And with that, I'd spent exactly $70 and picked up two albums that I have on CD but really wanted on vinyl. One, King Crimson's Red, one of King Crimson's greatest albums. This was the only one I am missing in their catalog from 1969 up to the album Discipline, whenever that came out in 1980 or something. I'm not sure, but anyway. So now I've completed the probably the key period for King Crimson on vinyl. Just an amazing album that is. And you've been watching me, I talk about this album all the time now. David Bowie, Low. I wanted this on vinyl, and It's on orange colored vinyl, which looks kind of cool. But it's my favorite Bowie album. So happy about that. So that's cool. So I got that for my other credit. Then there is a store called Deja Discs that sells mostly used CDs and movies, but they also have a section of used vinyl. And in there, I picked up 3 records. One, I got Ricky Skaggs' debut album, which is phenomenal. Look at the people on this record, man. Ricky Skaggs, Emmylou Harris, Tony Rice, Jerry Douglas, Buddy Emmons, Albert Lee, Bobby Hicks, Buck White, Sharon Hicks and Cheryl White, Emery Gordy, Mandy Skaggs. Just fantastic album. Looks like it's in beautiful shape. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. Came with already a clear kind of poly sleeve. Stony Plain Records. So I'm really anxious to hear this. I'm thinking this is going to sound real sweet. So I got that. Now every album in this store is $8, whether it's a double album, a single album, whatever, whether it's in good shape or bad shape. Just look through them. You get a mix of everything, so you really got to be careful. But I found 3 that I thought were in pretty good shape that I wanted to add to my collection. Always looking for Dylan stuff to add to my vinyl collection. They had Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid soundtrack, which I did not have on vinyl. Knocking on Heaven's Door is clearly the big hit off of this. But Columbia Records. Got that, and one more. Johnny Winter. I'm a big Johnny Winter fan. Look at this. Johnny Winter and... It's got a sticker on it of some kind. I don't know if I'm going to try and take that off or not. Usually it's disaster when you try and do that. And it's got a bit of a, the cover's a bit scuffed up, but the vinyl looks really sweet. I've seen this record before used, and I've never seen it in such good condition. It's on 2i Columbia, and yeah, it's got Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo on it. Come on, man. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Yeah, so I got those. Then Jack and I went to Belleville, Ontario yesterday, went record shopping. We went to Value Village. Oh, I should have pulled what I got from Value Village. We went to Value Village and looked for CDs, and I did something I've never been able to do before. I bought 2 records from a thrift store, my first 2 I've ever found that were in any kind of shape. I couldn't believe it. The first one, Linda Ronstadt, Simple Dreams. This is one of her best albums, and my buddy Rob from Rob's Revolutions, who does the chat with me on Tuesday nights, my partner in crime, his favorite Linda Ronstadt song is a cover of the Stones' Tumblin' Dice, which is on this album, Rob. But look at that. I can't see a mark on it. I've never seen a record like that. Very cool. Pretty excited. There's Linda. This has got so many great songs on it. It's So Easy to Fall in Love. Carmelita, the great Warren Zevon song. Blue Bayou, the Roy Orbison cover. Poor Pitiful Me, I think, is another Warren Zevon song. And Tumblin' Dice. I mean, wow. Pretty cool. I was really excited to find something. And I grabbed this because it was in good shape, and I don't have any Neil on vinyl and love the hits. So, it's got Solitary Man on it, Holy Holy, Cherry Cherry, Kentucky Woman, Sweet Caroline, Thank the Lord for the Nighttime, Brother Loves Traveling, Salvation Show. Again, pretty clean. I want to clean these with my vacuum system before I play them. And then we went to a store we went to the mall, didn't buy anything, the mall record stores, Sunrise Records and Sam's. And then we went down to a place called Chumley's, downtown Belleville. They sell used CDs and some records. Well, I found a CD and records. A couple of weeks ago, I did a chat about finding some Zappa CDs in there. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if I mentioned on the chat on my video, but I mentioned on the Steve Hoffman forums. And somebody had traded a bunch of Zappa titles, and I got a couple, Jazz from Hell, and I can't remember. And I left one behind, Thingfish. Now, this is supposed to be some kind of weird album. Look at the cover on this thing. It's some kind of a Broadway play or some frickin' thing. I don't even know. But anyway, I left it behind because I've heard it's a real weird album. And then it bugged me that I didn't buy it because I really wanted to have a complete Zappa collection at some time in my life. So it was still there yesterday, so I picked it up for $8, double album, Thingfish. I'll let you know what this is about. I don't frickin' know. Oh, and there's an advertisement for Elvis Costello in here. I don't know what the heck is going on with this album. There's a whole Broadway play here that's written up, all done in song. I'm trying to see what musicians play on this album. I can't see, but anyway, I'm not sure about that one, but I have it in my collection. Also picked up, I'm a big Bowie fan. I got a chance to get, I think one of the best comps ever was Changes One Bowie. It's a great comp because the songs, great. I thought the sound quality was great on this. I got Changes One Bowie for $11. Looks like it's in pretty good shape on RCA. So yeah, that's everything. So I've had quite a couple of days here buying music. Now you just got to get the time to listen to them. So I hope everyone has a great day today. Remember the chat on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. this Tuesday with Rob from Northern Revolution, Sam St. John, my regular partners in crime. We are going to put together our version of a super group. So we're allowed up to 10 musicians. And let's see how that goes. Everybody, we really appreciate you guys who've joined in. Another thing I want to mention is I did a video on the police. It's the last video I did. I've never had so many comments on a video ever, like people wanting to discuss a band, people giving their thoughts on the police, favorite albums, when they discovered them, what's the first album they bought. I'm getting a ton of really great comments on this. I can't believe it. So I'm kind of thinking of maybe just, I'm going to just pick a band and kind of, maybe explore them a little bit and see what you guys think, because I love the communication. It was great. So thanks so much. Take care. Have a great day.